Okay, so here we are again on a campsite, and today we're going to be doing roast beef,
Yoo-hoo!
roast potatoes,
Woohoo!
and Yorkshire puddings
Yay!
on the Cadac Safari Chef 2.
Can I have my wine yet?
No, not yet.
Sorry.
No wine until we've finished.
Okay.
Okay, so what have we got? We've got the Cadac warming up like a little oven. We've got the barbecue mat on there, which is from Twisted Chef.
Perfect.
So that's getting nice and hot. We've got a lovely big piece of beef here because we've got to feed a lot of people.
That's a huge portion.
Would you like to show them who we've got to feed?
Hello, campers!
Yeah. And there's another one asleep somewhere. So we've got a big portion of beef.
Yes.
I'm going to stick me meat in the oven, and then I'm going to do some nice roast potatoes, and if they're lucky they might get some Yorkshire pudding and some horseradish sauce.
Oh, yum,
so
yum.
what we can do, very simple, there's no gimmicks about this whatsoever. You get your big lump of beef, pop it on there, okay?
Oh, hang on, shh.
Can you hear it? It's sizzling. Stick your lid on. Oh, that's just about going to fit on there. So
Squish it down a bit.
Squish it down.
It's already dead. It doesn't matter being flattened a bit more.
now we've got that on full heat, and it's going to stay on full heat for the first half an hour.
Okay.
We'll come back, we'll give it a turn, and then we'll do a little bit of reduction of heat. So we're going to have a glass of wine.
Does that mean you're going to do a dance when you say you're going to give it a turn?
No.
Okay, carry on.
Is that the best you can come up
Oh,
with?
no, sorry.
Okay. So there's the beef. Okay. We're going to keep it
Oh,
on
God,
there.
that smells gorgeous already.
And we're going to come back in about 30 minutes.
You haven't got the lid on properly.
I can't get the lid on properly. No.
All right, okay.
It's
Stuck now, is it?
stuck to the lid.
Wow.
So we're just going to have to improvise on this one.
All right then, perfect.
Back in 30 minutes.
Bye.
Okay, right, here we are. 30 minutes later, let's have a look to see what's going underneath this lid.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, absolutely blooming gorgeous. Right, what we need to do now is turn this over. The whole idea of this is just turning it, keeping it. Just look at that. Oh, that is magnificent. So I'm going to turn that over now. And what I'm going to do is turn, if I find it this side, turn that down to low, move that more central, and pop me potatoes on there. Just popping those round the side. Oh, slippery little suckers. Pop them round the side.
We've watched too many films the same, you know.
We
so
have.
it is.
And then hopefully,
Okay, should we do a
juices-
competition now? Slippery little suckers. Where'd that film come from?
well, where did the saying come
That's
from the
one.
film? That's
Yes,
right,
that's
yeah.
one. Yeah.
So there we go. And we'll pop those round the side. And the juices from that meat should start to seep into those potatoes. We're going to come back to this again in another 30 minutes. And after that 30 minutes, we'll give it another turn. Take a look at that. That looks absolutely amazing. We'll come back to you again in 30 minutes time. Right, it's on set. Okay, right, here we go. Let's have a look. This is after the second 30 minutes, right? Now, I will give a secret away here. I was worried because my meat was quite big.
Ooh,
And it was lifting the lid off.
yes.
So I had to have a bit of a cut up
Yes.
during this session.
Yes.
But let's just have a look to see
God, it smells
how
gorgeous.
we are going.
Look
Just
at that.
Look at that. Roast beef and Yorkshire pudding.
No, that's not Yorkshire
No, but
pudding.
this is roast potatoes. But
Oh,
look
right,
at those
yeah.
potatoes.
That's the funniest looking Yorkshire
I'm just
pudding
going
I've
to
ever seen in my
turn
life.
those potatoes now.
You see, he's had a glass of wine, can't you?
I haven't had a glass of wine. Just turn those potatoes just gently because we need to make sure that they get nice and cooked. That's really, really nice.
Oh my God, that looks lovely.
Yeah, I think we can say that this is going to be spectacular. And those poor little hungry people.
Hello, hello, poor little hungry people.
We're hungry.
Here we go.
Oh, that's the other one as well who's just woken up. Hi, Paul.
Okay, so this is the piece of beef that I sliced off the bottom just so we could get that lid back on. I'm just going to take this now. Yeah. Oh,
Gone.
no, it hasn't gone.
Hasn't it? Oh, good.
Just going to turn that over. Just like that. Take that. Like that. Let's just move those potatoes in. Let's just make sure they're all inside that lid when we put the lid back on. Okay. There we go. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at that. Roast beef, roast potatoes. We're going to do the Yorkshire puddings later. It's cooking really nicely. The heat is on low. We're just going to give it another half an hour, and then I think we can start to look to see.
It smells gorgeous.
It smells. You've just got that essence of beef, and that it's just amazing. Absolutely lovely. Tiny little barbecue. Just goes to show what we can do. So I'm going to pop that lid back on again. Back on the top there, and we're just going to come back to you again in 30 minutes time. Okay, right, so after the third 30 minutes...
Oh my God.
Look at that. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Let's move those spuds again. Let's just get them turning so we can get more of the essence and that beefiness on those potatoes. Oh, I'm salivating. Looks absolutely gorgeous. That's hot, that's hot, that's hot. Teach me to finger me potatoes.
Ooh,
Oh, shut it.
sorry.
Right, so let's just move that one over there. This smells absolutely wonderful. I cannot tell you how gorgeous this smells. So that's the piece of beef I just sliced off earlier, just because it was too big to go on the top. I don't think we're far off now. I'm actually having this ready just to sit there and relax. So I'm going to give it another 30 minutes.
Another 30?
Yeah.
Really?
Another 30. I think so. Or shall we say 15?
I'll just say 15.
15.
I mean, let's face it, you like yours really, really well done. I like mine sort of like medium rare. That's not going to be medium rare, but...
Okay, so another 15 minutes. I'm just going to see... take that. Oh, nearly lost the potato. Now start off there. No, don't think I can do that.
No.
A little bit there. Just a piece of... see what that tastes like. Oh, yeah.
Does Mrs. T get a bit?
No,
Why?
you're going to have to wait later.
Is it nice? I'm salivating now.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Pop the lid on. That is gorgeous. Another 15 minutes. Just going to turn that heat up just a fraction.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. 15 more minutes. We want that to get hot again.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to take the meat off.
Yeah.
Let that meat relax. And then we're going to try and cook some Yorkshire puddings.
Okay.
So back with you in 15 minutes. Yes.
Nice. Absolutely.
Quite on set.
No, I want. Hello.
Okay, right. So after another 15 minutes, we're going to take the beef off. Then we're going to do some jiggery pokery. We're going to stick on some Yorkshire puddings, and then we're going to turn this into a magnificent feast. So let's lift that lid. Look at that, how wonderful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the meat off now and pop that onto this plate and let it relax. Relax in the sense of it just needs to really just sit there and chill out. And look at that, that is just one gorgeous piece of meat. So I'm just going to take that off there. Absolutely lovely. Pop that on there. I'm going to put some tin foil over the top, and you'll find as that starts to just relax, you get the juices will start to come out of that meat. but that will stay in there and be really, really succulent. So,
Succulent's a lovely word, isn't it?
succulent.
Yeah.
Do you like that word?
I like that word.
You like lots of words, don't you?
I do. Succulent's a good word.
And plump, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
You
plump
like
is
the
nice.
word plump? So
At the moment, succulent's enjoyable though. I like
so
that.
let's pop that under there, okay, and move those roast potatoes around again. Just keep those on the move.
They look gorgeous, actually.
Absolutely lovely. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and get my little rack that I sit on the top, and then we're going to put the Yorkshires. So 2 seconds and we will be back again. Okay? Okay, right, so you can see I've got my little rack on there. I've got the potatoes around it and underneath it, so that's really good. And now we're going to use that magic ingredient
We
again.
like Aunt Bessie.
Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire pudding mix. So let's pop that off there. I've got 250 millilitres of water in there. I'm going to pop that in there. I'm going to take that one egg, pop that in there as well. And then I'm going to give that a good whisk around, because that's what it says I should be doing on the packet. So whisk that around, get that nicely whisked up, and then look, I've got these 2 tapas bowls again. You've seen me with the tapas bowls in the future.
In the past, even.
In the past. What's happening in the future? I've got
God
no
knows.
idea. So let's put a drop of oil into those. I'm going to pop that lid back on again. This is going to be a bit of jiggery pokery because we've got the potatoes, but we need to just work that around, get that lid on there, turn that temperature up a little bit higher. Get the oil in those tapas bowls getting really hot, ready for this Yorkshire pudding mix. Okay, so that's in there, all nicely mixed and whisked. We're going to leave that for 2 or 3 minutes, then we're going to come back and then we're going to pour in that Yorkshire pudding, and that should then give us that Yorkshire pudding that's going to be the piece de resistance with our roast potatoes and our roast beef. Come back in 2 minutes. Okay, right, I think the oil is hot. Let's take that lid off. That looks as if that's all looking good. Yep, that's really hot. The dishes are really hot.
Ouch.
So we're going to beat me mix.
Mister.
You like a bit of beaten mix, don't you?
Oh, shut up.
Pop that into those there. Just lovely. Don't need too much in there, because what you're hoping to do, and I say hoping because I've got no idea and I haven't seen it rise for a long time.
Oh, shut up.
There's the Yorkshire mix.
Those roast potatoes looks gorgeous. I don't
They
care
do.
about the
I'm going to
rising.
stick the lid on here gently, and we're going to leave that for 15 minutes
15?
and come back and see if we've got some magic Yorkshire puddings. Okay, so here we are, 15 minutes. Let's just have a look to see how the Yorkshires are doing. Okay, they're pretty slow. I think we might need to turn that heat up again. So
Yeah.
heat's going higher. Let's give it another 15 minutes and see what's going on, because we need to quickly to get those potatoes cooking, to get that beef out, and let's get these Yorkshires going. So 15 minutes and we will be back with you once again. Bye for now. Okay, let's see if these Yorkshires have finally risen. If they haven't, we're going to scrap this and just go for roast potatoes
see.
and roast beef. Let's just see what's... Oh, no, we're getting
Oh
there.
my God.
Yeah, we are getting there. Right, let's put that lid back on. Another 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 more minutes.
10 minutes.
And then we'll see how these Yorkshires are going to go. Yes?
Yes.
10 minutes. Okay, right, let's just have a look to see what the Yorkshires...
Oh my God.
I'm slightly disappointed. I will say I am slightly disappointed, and I'm not sure that this is going to work. I have a Yorkshire.
Hang on. No,
I have a
look.
Yorkshire, but it's not fully risen. But I think that's because we had the oven too low. But that I think is edible.
Turn it over. Yeah, turn it over.
Yeah, but you can't flip a Yorkshire.
Why?
Well, because you don't.
Oh, okay.
So I think it's edible.
Okay.
But I wouldn't necessarily say that is going to be.
I'm not excited about it.
Well, neither am I. But
Okay.
you know, look, we're camping.
Okay, we are camping. Yes.
Everything cannot
Remember,
be a success.
yes.
So what are we going to do? Let's just have a look at this. Look, there's the beef. Look at that.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Look at that gorgeous
Yep,
beef.
okay.
Right. Then we've got this sort of like mixture of a Yorkshire pancake thing, which, you know, we're on a campsite.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless you want to ring up Just Eat, you're not going to get anything else, are you?
And no,
Okay.
that's true.
And then we've got
Oh,
some
these,
crispy
they look lovely.
roast potatoes. Look at these. Gorgeous.
No, the roast potatoes.
Some of them might be
gorgeous.
slightly a little bit sort of warm or coloured as far, but you've got this gorgeous roast potatoes sitting on the side. I understand we've got some that is burnt to a cinder.
Is it that one?
Yeah, there you go. And I think we've got. It's fair to say.
Can you take this
I
off?
will if I can. Let's use the tin foil. Not really prepared for this at the moment. Okay.
Take that off.
Take that off there. I think the
I love it.
those roast potatoes are.
They'll be crispy.
They're
They're crispy.
Look,
Let's just assume
look,
they're crispy.
This is camping at its best. This is roast beef, Yorkshire
They
pudding.
still have some colour in them.
Well, do
Well,
they?
some of them do.
Some
Come
of them
on,
do,
come
some
on.
of them don't.
Come on,
Okay.
they do.
Right. Okay. Look, the beef is perfect.
Beef's perfect.
You've
That's all
got
I
some
want.
Yorkshires that look slightly leathery.
But they're fine.
And you've got some roast potatoes that really, if you threw them at a window, you'd be able to do some breaking and entering because they are. Yeah. Look. Okay.
I don't know what to say.
I think you've got the gist of what I'm trying to do here. Some things
the beef's
work.
lovely.
Yeah. Some things work. Some things don't. But here we go. Roast beef, Yorkshire pudding, and roast potatoes. If you are starving, which we are,
We are.
We
I
are
am.
going to eat
I really am. It's been hours.
with some horseradish. Look, guys, thanks very much for watching.
Love
We
you.
really, really appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
Please
you.
give us a thumbs up, even though some of it is burnt.
Who cares?
Because who is perfect? We're not. And this goes to show. So,
Excuse me. Who wants food?
We want food.
Yay! You've been waiting for hours, haven't you? Excellent.
right. Look, hit that red button and subscribe, please.
red
Because
button?
there you go.
Yeah.
Hit red button, subscribe. The more you subscribe, the more of this misadventure we can bring you. Thank you very, very much for watching. We really appreciate it. And bye for now.